It's hard times, isn't it, when you're having the bathroom remodeled, so you've got to go spend your time at David Lloyd's.
Such a first world problem.
For those that haven't seen it, we did a food challenge a couple of weeks ago now. 5,000 calories in under 25 minutes.
I am breaking it about this. I don't think people realise how short of a time that is when you're trying to eat that pure volume of food.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake.
Everybody, welcome back to Fish and a Rice Cake. So a little bit of a different episode. The second we've started recording, whoever's behind you have definitely started making more noise.
Yeah, it's literally just got busy out of nowhere. So I do apologise to everybody who's listening. We're obviously doing this not in the studio. I'm actually sat in the gym, and we're doing it in the gym cafe, and we're doing it over
A David Lloyd's gym, fancy gym.
David Lloyd, yeah, fancy. We've got a family membership. It's one of them where like I'm not massive on the gym itself. Like the gym's okay, don't get me wrong, but like I prefer like more independent style gyms. But it's great for like as a family. So we have a family membership. Thea can come swim in. We've got a creche here. You can come here and like work from home. They've got like business suites and stuff, so you can like go and work. Which I probably should have sat in one of them because the cafe's just got crazily loud out of nowhere. But yeah, so hopefully the background noise isn't too bad and everyone can hear me.
Yeah, it's just one of those, isn't it? We'll have to try and work through it. It should be fine. But they are nice at the David Lloyd's cafes. I know, like, fucking many moons ago, I did my PT qualification at a David Lloyd's and had to do a bit of work out at the cafes. And that was always pretty nice, to be fair. Like, they are pretty decent.
It's really nice. It's really nice. The food's good as well. And obviously, because it's a gym cafe, like, everything on the menu, if you're eating it, is pretty healthy. Do you know what I mean? So it's all got the calories on, the protein, all that kind of stuff. So you can you can eat, you can spend the day. Yeah, like people do literally spend the day. I think Louise is actually coming in a little bit. She's going to go for a workout, and I'm going to have Thea for like an hour or so. So it's great. Like you can have like you can spend hours and hours here. So we definitely get our money's worth. But yeah, so that's why anyway. And the reason I'm in the gym actually, because I would have done this at home with a proper setup, but we're having work done at home, so the house is actually louder than the fucking gym cafe.
It's hard times, isn't it, when you're having the bathroom remodeled, so you've got to go spend your time at David Lloyd's.
It's such a first world problem. I know I keep saying that to Louise. Like, we're moaning about the dust and the noise at home and stuff. I'm like, it's such a fucking first world issue. We're so fucking privileged.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today, we're going to chat about our food challenge that we did, aren't we?
First one, we've done one of these, so we're just kind of getting to grips with it a little bit. So we're bringing you guys on for the journey as well.
Yeah, I mean, so for those that haven't seen it, we did a food challenge a couple of weeks ago now. It's up on YouTube. So we did 5,000 calories in under 25 minutes. Oh, that was the challenge anyway, to see if we could eat 5,000 calories in under 25 minutes. Now, it was a good laugh on it. We had a lot of fun.
It was great fun. You know, I had so many people messaging saying, "Fucking, it's easy that, right?" And I get it.
Everyone, man,
right?
everyone.
I know. And here's the thing, right? I can do 5,000 calories in a day. Like no problem. Like it'd be light work. Do you know what I mean? Like I've done it in the past when I've had a hangover and I've had a burger for my lunch. I've had a Mackey's for breakfast. I've had a Domino's for my tea. This is all coming from a PT. Yeah, fucking hell, this is shocking, isn't it? But I know I've done it, and realistically, I think I said to you while we were picking it up, I was like, if I calculate some of those big days that I've done in the past, I've easily done that, but it's spread out. Yeah. Right? It was the fact that it was 25 minutes. I don't think people realise how short of a time that is when you're trying to eat that pure volume of food.
Yeah. It's literally like, same thing. I've had so many people being like, that's not even a challenge, that's easy. And it's like, it sounds easy. And I get it, because I'd be sat there being like, fucking hell, that's not even a challenge, that's easy. But when you've got to get that in, so for reference, what we ate, we had a Five Guys burger and large fries each. We had a full tub of Ben & Jerry's each, and we had half a Domino's pizza each, didn't we? So again, doesn't sound like loads and loads of food, but it's just a time restriction of getting it in under 25 minutes. That's what makes it difficult.
Let's not fucking beat around the bush then. It's still a lot of food. Like, most people don't get a Five Guys and a large fry to themselves, right? So we did that.
Oh yeah, that was if we had a client check in and be like, oh yeah, at the weekend I had a full Five Guys and fries, half a pizza and a tub of Ben & Jerry's, we'd be like, well, you fucked it. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's still a lot of food, and the Domino's is so heavy on your stomach in it, and obviously you've got the garlic and herb dip as well, which we had. So it was actually about 5,300 calories if we're being precise. But you had the garlic and herb dip, and then obviously, so you kind of did it a little bit different to me. So you had a bit of ice cream along the way. I left all my ice cream to the end, and that meant that basically I was just fucking battling brain freeze, which obviously you see on the actual YouTube itself. But I was struggling and trying to eat a tub of Ben and Jerry's in about 5 minutes. Again, I can do a tub. A tub's not a problem. I think people are overlooking the time frame here, right? A tub of Ben and Jerry's is fine when you're just kind of like casually watching a bit of Netflix, like having a spoon here and there. But when you're just shoveling it down, fucking hard.
Well, let's go through it then. Let's break it down. So, we obviously, you can see it in the video on YouTube. It's about 10 minutes long as a video. So if you haven't watched it, I'd go and watch it now and then come back and listen to this, because then this will make a lot more sense. But we picked everything up. When we picked everything up and we were back at your house setting it up, how were you feeling about the challenge? And did you think it was going to be difficult?
Yeah, so I think I said I knew it was going to be difficult. And I'm a foodie, so I know I can put food away, but it was just, it didn't, again, I think you said you thought it was going to be easy, and it was me who was saying this is going to be hard. You said it was going to be easy, I said it was going to be hard. So I knew it was going to be tough. Like I say, and it wasn't, I just knew just purely because at the time, that was it. That was purely the time. It wasn't the food, not a problem at all. It was just the fact that I was looking at it thinking, this is quite a lot in 25 minutes.
Yeah. See, like I say it on the video. I was like, I didn't think it was going to be difficult. I was like, I'm just going to smash this. Like, we both dieted for so long. I was like, this is going to be easy. And I think this is what's nice. Like, this is what I think makes it funny about us doing the food challenges is like, we're not obviously competitive eaters, nothing like it. We're just two normal blokes that train and have a pretty big appetite, but like nothing major. We're not saying that, oh, we could do fucking crazy food challenges or any food challenge under the sun. We're just giving this stuff a go for a laugh. And
it's just good fun. It's just good fun.
Yeah. But I thought it was going to be easy, but because of that, like, I had no game plan going into that. It wasn't like, right, apart from spacing the ice cream out, which I thought about as we were going through, I had no game plan and how to approach it. Like, did you have any sort of thought of, like, what's going to be the best way to try break this down or start first?
I tried to think, I mean, listen, I knew what I was going to do in terms of starting first, only because cold pizza's nice. Like, you know, when you wake up from a night out and you've got pizza in the kitchen, you're like, you go down, you can have a slice of pizza in the morning, like, no problem, it tastes fine. So don't mind cold pizza. I didn't want to eat a cold burger. So I was like, right, the burger needs to be the first thing that I'm going to tackle. And then the chips straight after. And then if the pizza's gone a little bit cold, then I'm completely fine with that. I can tackle it. So I was just going to go, which is exactly what I did. I went burger, chips, pizza, and then the ice cream to finish. That was the hardest bit, was the ice cream for me. Was the
you suffered on that ice cream, didn't you?
just because of the brain freeze, mate. Just because of the brain freeze. But yeah, I mean, we finished it pretty much the exact same time as well. I think it was 23:56.
We did. Yeah, pretty much bang on the same time. And I think, so we both had the same approach. We both broke the burger down because I thought the exact same thing. I was like, cold pizza is pretty nice. A cold burger is probably going to be a bit of a chore. So I was thinking, smash the burger off, get all the chips done, like you, smash the pizza, finish with the ice cream.
Yeah.
Looking back now, when we do these things again, because we are going to do them again, aren't we? Mm-hmm. I would have done the burger first still, but then I would have gone straight onto the pizza, and I would have got the pizza out of the way, because that was just so stodgy and so heavy as we were eating it. And I think as it started to get colder, it started to get stodgier and heavier, as like the cheese was getting colder on it and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I've eaten Domino's with my mates before, and my mates are like shocked at how fast I can eat one. So I knew I was going to be all right with a pizza. Like, pizza's a bit of a, like, I love it. And, you know, I did the little double slicer. You know, that was a little tactic of mine, you know, a little pizza sandwich, which works well. But, it was good. It was really good. I think, like you say, we're going to attempt potentially a 10,000 in an hour next time, I think.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. And I think we can do it, but I think with a little bit of strategy to that, I think we'll be all right.
I was going to say, that needs a game plan, because you can't just rock up and have like 10,000 calories of certain types of food. Like, imagine trying to, you know what I was thinking? Imagine trying to do that with like clean food. How fucking hard that would be. I think that would be like impossible. But like,
it's quite a good challenge to do at some point.
I don't think you could do it. I just don't think you could do that.
No.
I'm going to call even people like Jack Teats, who's obviously like an absolute machine. I don't think he could do it. You know, you will, when you watch him do his food challenges, he's very strategical with what he has, which is what we'll have to be, right? Because it's all like, you know, crumpets, really kind of easy to eat, highly palatable foods, which you can just shove down your throat. And that's what we're going to have to think about. That's what we're going to have to think about.
Yeah, because I know that, like, there was a point in our challenge, I think it probably about 13, 14 minutes in for me, where I'd because I boxed the burger and the chips off pretty quickly, and I got all them done. 'Cause I think you started going between the pizza and the chips a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
And sort of got between them. But I just strictly went burger done, chips done, and I went on to the pizza. And I got to a point where I'd had about 2 slices of pizza and I'd like 3 left or something. And that was the first point in the challenge where I was like feeling full to the point of feeling sick, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to finish this. Like, this is actually painful, and I can see how much I've got left. That was it. That was the only point where I was genuinely like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in the amount of time. And then that's when I was like, do you know what? I'm going to have some ice cream now, because something a bit sweeter might just help sort of wipe the palate clean, and then I can come back to it. And it definitely
it's probably a good way of doing it.
Definitely
did
help.
A good way of doing it. Like, looking back, that's something that I definitely could have done. And I think, like you say, it mixes things up, because rather than just going from like dense fucking carby, starchy food, you just have that little bit of a break, like you say with the ice cream, it freshens things up a little bit. So that's certainly a good little tactic there. But
would you know, one of the questions that I've got quite a lot from people that have watched it is why we had a bottle of Pepsi Max, why we had a glass of Pepsi Max each whilst we were doing it. And it surprised me, because I, going into it, did think, because I'd seen other people drink something sugary, something fizzy when they were doing them, and I always thought, well, that surely makes no sense, because that's going to fill you up even more.
Yeah.
But it's actually, because it makes you burp, basically, doesn't it, when you're eating, it actually helps you like feel like you've got more space. And like the second that happens, you do actually feel a bit like, oh, I can eat again now. Like, I feel fine. I don't feel full anymore. So like, that's the reason why we were drinking the Pepsi Max, is because of the fizziness. It does actually help create a bit more room to get more food in.
Yeah, exactly. And you need a lubricant as well, don't you? You can't just throw it all down without any kind of lubricant. So you need a little bit of a break every now and again. But you know what? That's what I was going to say, right? So listen, we finished like pretty much the same time. I'm gonna say I think I would have slightly edged it if I didn't fucking talk so much. I watched it back, I was like, I spoke way too much. I was just like, in between almost everything I was eating, I was just talking. I was like, right, shut up, Jake, and just eat your food.
We've got to make it entertaining though when we're filming it, haven't we?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, it was classic. It was really good. And I think we've had quite a few people kind of. Well, I know your brother mentioned it to you last night, and he's kind of like, why are you doing it? Like, what's the point behind the food challenges? So
I said it was. Is it not a bit contradictory to sort of what we do as coaches and help people get healthy, lose weight, get in shape, that kind of thing?
One of my clients asked me as well. Actually, he was like, he didn't mean it in a bad way. He wasn't like, why are you doing it? He was like, he just said, what's kind of the point behind it? He was like, I loved it, by the way. It was great. Like, I really enjoyed watching it. But why are you doing a food challenge rather than like just talking about fitness? And it's like, I think the thing is, right, it's the reason we did it is because one, when you're just talking about fitness all the time, it's boring. Let's be honest with you. Like, there's only so much you can talk about, and it is boring. So, it's just nice to mix things up. 2, it's just a fucking laugh. I'm just having good fun whilst we're doing it. And 3, I think on the flip side, and like in the bigger picture of things, and I'm sure you'll agree, is like, it just shows to our clients and, people that follow us, fucking hell, sound like we've got loads of following, but like people follow us and stuff, they were just normal people. And like, actually, you can just have a laugh. You can have a burger. You can have a pizza. Obviously, there's time and a place for doing it. So if you're our clients listening to this and you're on a fat loss phase, maybe don't go and do a 5,000 calorie challenge. But it's just to prove that it's not all about just being a boring bastard and just sticking to your chicken and rice all the time. That you can have flexibility, freedom, and I think I've done a bit of content around it, but obviously I was heavier the next day. Literally a week later, and I went back to my normal calories, which right now I'm not in a fat loss phase. I'm kind of trying to sit in and around maintenance, quote unquote maintenance, and it's kind of put me in and around. I think I'm about 3,500 calories a meeting. And I went back to my normal calories. And within a week, I was actually lighter than what I was the day after the food challenge. So again, it's just to kind of show people as well that you're never going to you're not going to fuck your diet up, or you're not going to ruin your progress with one high day of food. And that was a high day.
Yeah, it's literally just that. It's just something a bit different for us. It's just an opportunity for us just to have a bit more fun with content, do something different. And look, we dieted aggressively for quite a while last year and did a photo shoot. I think the idea was sort of born whilst we were dieting, wanted like after we finished this would be quite fun to do in the new year and give it a go. And it's literally just for, we sort of said, we've got the podcast for a bit more of the fitness, sort of technical, educational side of things, although we try and keep it casual and a bit more entertaining. And
but the general thing we speak about is fitness. So although it's not like, we don't go science or anything, it's generally fitness that we talk about. So,
and then the food challenges are just entertainment, because what we're going to be doing with them is basically a Jake versus Jake series with them. So it'll be food challenges, training challenges. We're going to just be up against each other once a month and seeing basically who comes out on top. And food challenges are just a part of that. But I think as well, like you were saying, we can maybe at some point we'll do it on the podcast. Maybe we'll talk about how we potentially, certainly for the 10,000 calorie challenge, I'll be doing this. I didn't do it so much for the 5,000, but how we would go about adjusting our calories for the week in order to account in for the 10,000 calorie day, and how we're going to sort of work around that so that it doesn't completely throw everything out. And then potentially what you would expect to happen after the challenge in terms of like changes to weight, appetite, everything like that.
Position and stuff. I think, well, we spoke about it, didn't we, after the podcast? Like, we were both pretty fucking hungry for a few days afterwards.
Yeah, massively.
It really spiked our hunger levels, and you know, you can. This is why we say when you're dieting, fucking hell, we don't want to go down a fitness hole there. But whilst you're dieting, it's great to just kind of eat the majority of kind of the same foods and keep things structured, because. And I have this after Christmas. Like a lot of my clients in the last couple of weeks post Christmas, have been really hungry. Even though they're super motivated, they've been really hungry. And it's because they've had that kind of week, 10 days of flexibility and freedom of eating different foods at different times of day. And your body's a creature of habit. Like, your body likes to eat the same kind of food at the same kind of day, same time of day, you know? So when you've got structure, dieting and stuff is way easier. Once you throw a big curveball into the mix, like a food challenge or your Christmas, it does kind of throw your body off track a little bit.
Yeah, it does. But so going back into the challenge, like, I thought I was going to beat you at one point when I was down onto my ice cream. Once I finished the pizza and I was just had my ice cream to go, I think in the video we were maybe 18, 19 minutes in at this point, and I had about half a tub of ice cream, and I think you just cracked open your tub at that point. So I was like, right, I'm fucking miles ahead of you.
Yeah, but you still had a bit of pizza left, didn't you?
I think I still had a bit of pizza, yeah. But by the time I got just to my ice cream, for whatever reason, I thought I was miles ahead. So I was like, oh, I've definitely got this. I'm going to smash him. It just shows, like, you must have smashed through that ice cream. And it shows, like, with the brain freeze that you had, looked pretty painful on the video, to be fair. For us to end up finishing at the exact same time.
Yeah, fucking hate brain freeze. Yeah, that was grim. That was the worst bit for me, without a shadow of a doubt. But and that's the one thing I would change. Like I say, I would just maybe a bit of the pizza, a bit of the ice cream a little bit earlier on, just so we didn't have to fucking shovel it all down.
Yeah, I remember as soon as we'd finished, like, obviously feeling full and uncomfortable, I was literally like, I'm not in any rush to do these challenges again. Like, that was painful, that was uncomfortable. 2 days later, I was literally like, yeah, let's go again.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, let's give it another go.
I actually ate later on. I had nothing much.
Yeah, no, you went to the gym. You went to the gym a couple of hours later. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So we did the food challenge I think it was about midday when it was about 12.
Yeah, it was about 12, 1 o'clock.
And then I went to the gym about 4, 5 o'clock. And I didn't know how it was going to go, mate, to be honest. Like, I didn't know if I was going to shit myself. I didn't know what was going to happen. But it was all right. I actually did a pretty decent workout. Like, I pushed some big numbers and stuff. But I wouldn't have gone normally, but I knew I wasn't going to have a chance to train over the weekend. So I was like, I'm just going to have to fucking go for it. Yeah. So, I tell you what, I felt good in the gym the day after, though. You know, once it had all kind of settled and I digested things properly.
Yeah, I did.
I felt fucking great. I felt strong.
I just pumped and cramped, like, instantly with everything.
Yeah.
But so how do you? So we're going to give a 10,000 challenge a go in an hour. What do you reckon we're going to do?
Not
for
in
that?
An hour.
We haven't really spoken about. No. As in, we'll give ourselves an hour. How do you reckon we're going to approach that one? Because we've not planned it out yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. We need to probably sit down and really, really think about it. But we're going to have to do, like I said, just lots of food, which is easy to just fucking, which is high calorie, kind of easy to throw down. But without, I don't know, because you're going to have to think about foods which are going to, like, you don't want the foods to be, it's the right word here. So, for example, if you're going straight from a pizza to ice cream, like, there's such a big difference in those types of foods. So, I don't know, mate. We'll have to sit down and think about it. We're going to have to go do a big shot, go into MyFitnessPal and just work it out.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to make use of things like cheesecakes and cookies and all those kind of things.
Oh, 100%.
Just to make life easy.
Yeah, like we'll have to do, like I said, I think a pizza, you can't, or even maybe like 2 pizzas, you're going to have to get pizza in there just because it's an easy way, it's bread, fucking fats and carbs and all sorts just thrown in. So, we'll go for a pizza or a couple. I think it is Jack Teams when he does them. He does like crumpets with like loads of like Nutella and stuff like that, like things like that. Yeah. Nutella is so fucking calorie dense. It's untrue, and obviously it's not.
It is.
It's not volume dense. So I think
It's
something like
claggy
that
though.
would
It's
work.
hard to eat quickly because it like
Oh
proper
yeah,
sticks to your mouth, doesn't it?
yeah, definitely. So again, you could put it on something. That's what I'm thinking. You could like
Yeah,
melt
yeah.
it and put it on like crumpets or something, something like that. But I think a full tub of Nutella is full tub of Nutella is like 4,000 calories. I'm not saying we're gonna have a full tub, but it's we could easily have we could have a third of a tub or something like that. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be fucking hard work. I think we're doing it at your house next time, aren't we?
We are, mate. Yeah, we are. Looking forward to it.
I hope your plumbing's good. I hope your plumbing's good.
Oh no, mate. I'm paying. I'm going to pay you in for a day pass at the gym down the road. You can use theirs. It's cheaper than calling a plumber out. No, so if you haven't seen the video yet, head to the YouTube, More Biceps, More Banter, and just go and give it a watch. And you'll probably have a laugh, mostly at Jake's expense for the amount of pain that he did during the ice cream part. We're looking forward to doing more of them. The next one we're filming is a Murph, isn't it? We're doing a Murph challenge against each other.
Mate, I am bricking it about this. Like, I'm fucking bricking it. Like, I've
You've been like sort of semi-training for it, haven't you, as well, with cardio?
Not really. I do a bit of running anyway. Like, I enjoy running. I'm not concerned about the run. Like, the run for me will be okay. Or the two runs, I should say. So a Murph basically, it's a mile run, and then you've got 100 pull-ups, 200 press-ups, and 300 squats. Mate, we're gonna have to do it body weight. I can't. There's no way in a million years I can wear a fucking vest. I've seen people wear weighted vests. There's no way in a million years I can do that.
I won't be able to do the vest for the pull-ups. Not a chance.
No way. It'd be ridiculous. But yeah, so I think that might be like a top tier athletes who do that. But yeah, so it's 100 pull-ups, 200 press-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile run at the end. And I've watched a few videos, and you're gonna have to be tactical with that. Like, you can't just go into that and think, oh yeah, I'll just do the run, then the pull-ups, then the press-ups, then the squats. Like, you couldn't do that. I'm seriously nervous about it because I'm so bad at pull-ups. Like, I'm so bad. I weigh damn near 90 kilograms. I've got fucking long arms. I've got a long way to pull. So pull-ups have always been such a shit part of my training. So yeah, I know it's going to be hard.
Yeah, the rest of the challenge I think is going to be pretty straightforward. It's just the pull-ups I know are going to be a struggle because I've done a 100 pull-up challenge before years ago, and it took me 45, 50 minutes just to do the pull-ups.
That's what I mean. And so I've watched a few videos of people doing this whole challenge in 35 to 40 minutes.
That's incredible. That is very, very impressive.
Obviously, we're not going to do that. These are like the top tier. Like, these are elite athletes and CrossFitters and stuff like that. Like, they this is what they train for. So it's very, very different. But it'll be a laugh, mate, because I think we're going to be seriously struggling.
Oh yeah, and if we fail it, we fail it. We might have to give ourselves a time limit to try and do it in, like 90 minutes maybe, as like a max time limit.
But I think that would be. I think we'll manage it. I think it'll just take us a bit better.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. And you can always, once it's recorded and up on YouTube, you'll have to make sure that they go and listen to it. Everyone has to make sure they go and watch it. Sorry, and see your wins.
Yeah, 100%. And then we're going to do. So we're doing the Murph, aren't we? Then we're going. Obviously, we're going to work up a bit of an appetite. Is our thought process here, which I don't know if that'll work or not. Especially, it's touch and base, isn't it? Like, it's touch and
one extreme to another, innit? So I think that's it. I think that's all we wanted to talk about, innit?
We just wanted to give this a bit of a trial run and make sure that everything was working on the technical front.
So hope you enjoyed it, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yep. See you in a bit, guys.